Alright guys, welcome to another Howler for an Hour. And starting out today, we have Tabletop Playground. I got offered this, probably because I play a hell of a lot of tabletops over there. So I got offered a review key for this, and yeah, you know, I'm kind of curious. Like, so it's basically TTS, but it's not TTS. So let's just see what we got here. I don't really know exactly what we're going to hop into, but sure, tutorial, why not? Exactly how hard is it to control this game? Welcome to Tabletop Playground Basic Tutorial. You learn how to change your view and use objects on tape. That is a lovely... okay, there it was loading. It was still loading. I was going to say, like, is that the... I know I have texture quality low, but wow. Okay, basic inputs. Rotate view with right mouse button. Zoom in and out, mouse wheel. Forward, backward. Oh, this is TTS controls, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. It's a very functional control scheme, so... here's some objects you can interact with. If you pick up an object, pick the cursor, under to highlight, press the left mouse button. I mean, yeah, sounds right. If it works, why change it? Try throwing an object off the table. Will it respawn in the middle? No. How about if I throw it off this? Oh, I can't. This has a floor. It's different from TTS because this has a floor. Which actually, by the way, is one thing I wish TTS did have. I figured out how to put it up right. I mean, fucking floor. The new innovative feature. This game has a floor. What an innovative feature. Let's see here. Rotate objects using mouse wheel while holding them. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so it seems logical. I understand this. Press F to return object default rotation. And, yep. Press middle button, so you can also hold. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Control mouse wheel to change how far over the ground you hold objects. Oh. Wow. Oh. It's gonna knock everything over. Huh. Hold height. I don't know if TTS has that. If it does, I never bothered to check. Up to 20 centimeters. Let's see. Press the R or right mouse button and hold objects to return to the location you picked them up. That's kind of useful. I don't know if that's a TTS feature. It's like, if you pick up objects like, shit, I shouldn't have moved that, you can just hit R. It's like, whatever. Click left mouse button on an empty slot and drag. Yep. So hold control. Yep, that's a TTS feature. Logical enough. That is not a TTS feature. It's a good feature though, being able to reset where you picked up the object from, because, like, we've had a few TTS games, like I've streamed, where somebody picks up the wrong player piece and moves them, and it's like, well, that wasn't your player. Like, fucking put that back. And some people are like, well, God, where was it? Let's see. Press and hold mouse wheel, quickly zoom into the area. Hold Alt, you can get a large view of any object you highlight. That's a TTS feature, and I can zoom that too. Yep, look at that. Look at how shiny that is. Look at how look at that sheen on this perfect red. This is a beautiful red cylinder right here. Look at this. Look how shiny it is. Shiny. Oh wow, they rotate automatically. It's like I'm playing a PS1 Resident Evil game or something. They do rotate on their own. That's neat. It's like it's fucking Zelda item. Da 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 da! You got fucking pyramid for some reason. That is pretty fun. I like that. If you're in a multiplayer game, tell T to talk to other players. With the ability of voice chat. Okay. Oh. Well, I don't really care, but... I can woof. Well, let's see here. To whisper another player type /W and add the player name. Make part of the name for your message. Whisper Alice hi to say right hi to Alice only. We only care about Alice. Fuck the Mad Hatter. How do I close this chat? How do I close this chat? I opened it. Oh. Click the resize. That's kind of, I don't know if I like that, where you have to click the resize one, because I feel like I'm going to accidentally resize when I click it, but okay. Let's see here. If you want your voice to always be heard, you can deactivate push to talk. Okay. I usually don't like integrated mic stuff, so usually always try to use Discord. It's not my interest, but you can see a list of players. But it's still good to have, you know. You can see a list of players in the current game. I don't know. Does TTS actually have integrated voice chat? I can't. I think it does, but I can't remember because I never. Like I said, I just use Discord for everything. Okay, yeah. Alright, I didn't think that was an unusual feature, but I wanted to make sure. You can see a list of players in the current game clicking on the players icon in the upper right. That's just me. Why am I blue? Also shows player color and indicate where someone is speaking. You can minimize the list by clicking on the handle. On the lower left, you can open the chat. Clicking on the handle lets you resize or close. Concludes basic tutorial. I did it. I worked on an achievement, apparently. You now know everything you need to play a game like chess. Yep. Alright. Oh. Alright, that's cool. Let's go. Let's see if this thing has any surprises by going through the whole tutorial. Okay. Intermediates. Dice, taters, counters, and cards. The 4 C's, except for dice that doesn't start with C. That's sad. Here's some dice. Oh, thanks. Try picking them up and rolling them. I want to look at them, though. Oh, these don't rotate, though. Aw, I was hoping for rotation. Look at that. Look at the JPEGy pixels. Enjoy them. All right. Can also roll dice. Pressing R. Yep. Oh. Oh, that is a very fast roll compared to TTS rolls. Like when you press R on a die in TTS, it's much slower. Much more air time for the dice. This is like, boom, here's a roll. Boom, let's get going. Boom, there's a roll. Like, go. Fucking speed roll, come on. Alright, let's see. Let's try throwing one. Wait, hold on. Try picking up and rolling them. Whoa. I mean, that's fine, actually. I don't mind. This is technically a little more realistic, so. It's a nice feature. It makes different sounds depending on the texture. On the green, kind of padded, it's like bump, 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 bump. But then on the wood, it's like clack, clack, clack. Good times. I like this. What does it make on this? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. But yeah, also when you highlight, you get a tooltip. Yep. Select multiple dice and highlight one of them. The tooltip shows how much each. Oh, okay, let's try. That's actually a useful feature. I like that. Except for wait, I'm highlighting 5 dice and I'm getting 4 numbers. Something seems off here. Oh no, it's saying 2 of them have a 1. I got it. Stream buffered. Not for me. Not for you. It did. Yes. It doesn't seem to be buffering. Anyways, you can pick up a single die, mouse wheel, or Q need to rotate it. Okay. Yeah, all right. That's a pretty normal feature. TTS had that too. I didn't know you could use it with the mouse wheel though. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You can also hit number key to put them to that face. Really? It just occurred to me. I'm trying to. Wait, what? How? Highlight or select dice, and then press a number key to rotate. I'd love to rotate this to the corresponding. Oh, that one does it. This one doesn't want to for some. Oh wait, this is a fucking 3-sided die charm. You can't do a 4. Wait, no, there is a 4. Why was it 4? Okay, maybe it was just a glitch. Whatever. Let's see here. When you roll dice, all players get a chat message with the results. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, you know, that'd be a nice integrated feature for TTS. We have that feature on the Pilk roll table, but it's thanks to the dice rollers we added. Just having that be a feature. Though, granted, it'd be nice if you could also turn that off. Whenever you roll dice, their orientation will be completely randomized, so you can't cheat by trying to roll slowly. Really? Oh yeah, look at that. For a very brief second, if you pay attention to which way it's facing when I drop it, it's not. So it's like it's a 2 here, but the moment I let go of it after even a little roll, it's not a 2. Well, usually. It's like, it's very briefly, it's a different number. So we'll definitely land at a random position. Might be a little more obvious with a die like this. You see, it was an 8 there. It was a 2, and then when I let go, it was an 8, and then it rolled to a 6. So that's good. It's a good feature. I like the anti-cheat. Containers are objects that contain other objects. Go fucking figure. There are 5 different types of containers. Random. Take one of the contained objects. Take out one of the contained objects. Random. Infinite random. Like random. Take out copies of the contained objects. Stack. Take the first interested object out last. Queue. Take the first interested object out first. Okay, okay. Infinite queue. Take copies of the objects inside in the order they were added. Okay. So, random container, put a cube in it. It makes a cool noise. Let's put all these in there. And then which one we'll get? Oh, we got pyramid. If I put back, oh, we got square. Random. I like that. I do like these different container types. This is good. Infinite random container, so I guess take out copies of contained objects. So basically, it would not. So on the random one, if I just keep dragging them out, I'm going to run out of objects. Like, it's out of objects now. But if I put the ones I put in this chest, they're going to be forever. Like this, I'm going to be able to draw as many as I want. Let's see here. Q container. So that's Q is first object first. Stack is first object last. Okay, so if I do cylinder, pyramid, wedge, house, and this one will be cylinder first, and this one will be house first. Yeah. Okay. Turns an object in the container, simply drop the object on the container. Oh, I forgot to. Okay, so multiple objects at once. If you want to drop an object in the container without inserting, hold control while releasing the object. Drop an object container without inserting. You can. Oh. Oh, that's useful too, actually. So if I hold control, I could put it there without dropping in. That's definitely something I wish TTS had. That'd be nice. Man, the number of times I accidentally put something into a bag without meaning to, though. It's a good feature. Just a feature to turn off, like, interactions is good. Just something you can hold to prevent it. Very good feature. Take an object, click with less amount, and then click and drag away. If you want to grab the container itself, click and hold till you grab it. Yep, that's a TTS feature. After containers are grabbed immediately like regular objects. I'm sorry that everything is a TTS comparison, but seriously, dude, I put so many hours into TTS that it's going to be a TTS comparison, me reviewing this. And I think that's fine, because this is really definitely up against TTS, so it's fair enough to compare, I feel. Empty objects are grabbed immediately. Yep. That's actually a nice feature too. If a bag is empty, it can be grabbed immediately. If it's not empty, you have to take a second to grab it. I appreciate that, because an empty bag is kind of just an empty bag. You may as well be able to pick that up easily. TTS doesn't really think that, and even with an empty bag, you have to take a second of holding it down to pick it up. So the fact that this has an empty... There's definitely some quality of life improvements over TTS here. Definitely seeing... And also, yes, it does seem to be running well, despite the fact that when we were updating this game, it literally crashed my graphics card, but I think that was just a me thing. Or maybe something involving my hard drive. It's fine, whatever. Let's see here. Try and move the containers to objects. You also inspect by right-clicking the container. And select Container Explorer. Well, I appreciate the Container Explorer actually loads immediately. I think the TTS one's a little slow. Drag items to reorganize them. Okay. Or just take them out. Or do that. What the hell did I just do? Drag out of the window. Okay, one problem with dragging out of the window. Hold on. Let me demonstrate this. So if I put some object in this, and if I right click this sucker, right? The fill's neutral. If I right click it, select Container Explorer, right? That opens this. That's good. I noticed one issue though, because you're still selecting container. Well, I am doing what it said though, because it says here you could drag objects through your room and take an object out from the container by dragging it out of the window. So it wants me to drag the item out of the window to take it out, if I'm doing it this way, which is fair. But when I do that, it does grab the bag as well. There's really no way around that, by the way. Keep in mind, I'm not selecting the container to begin with. See, this would be selected. Like if it was selected, it'd be like this. So I'm not selecting it to begin with. I'm right-clicking it, which auto-selects it. Open the Container Explorer, auto-selects it. If I try to click the fill to deselect the container, it turns off the Explorer window. So if I want to drag an object out from the Explorer window, the bag comes with it. I don't know if there's a way around that. Let's keep going on the tutorial. Does not seem to be. Okay, well actually there might be one way. Just had a thought. Because I can only assume if I, amongst the right click menu, I assume there is ping. Mark this location for all players. Ah. Can you lock the container? Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Let's take a look here. Empty. Remove all objects from container. Oh, that just... Okay. Remove means delete. Good to know. Right, let's see. Properties. Penetrable. That's what she said. Let's see. I get this. Friction, object type. I get this. Snap objects moves. Object snap was released. Also adjust the container type here. Alright, let's use the shortcut in TTS, which is L. That's usually what lock. Yep, that worked. That apparently locked it. Or something. I'm not entirely sure what it did. Okay, well, it makes it completely unselectable, though. Whatever L does, it seems to have locked it down so hard you can't interact with it. I'm now just getting the typical menu, like when you click anywhere, and I can't get the Cord Container Explorer. So L is not a solution for that issue. This is a really odd one, because like it literally told me to drag out the item this way, but it didn't say anything about the whole fact that the thing's going to move with it. Which seems really awkward. Like, what if you had the bag position just in a particular spot, and then like all of a sudden it's out of organization? Seems a little rough. Because like, for instance, poker roll example. Sometimes we have a bag of models, and sometimes I do need to click the Explorer on that bag of models and then drag out a particular model. So in that case, if we were doing this, then the bag I was dragging the model out would be fucking shunted around whenever I did this. So that's a problem. And the tutorial is not offering a solution, it seems. It's moving on to the next. If I hit next here, it moves on to the next thing. So I guess this is just an issue with it. Kind of a weird issue. You'd think they would have thought about that. The whole, you know, maybe I can find another way to drag this out. Like, what if I select that like that, and then nope. Hi, Fair. Tabletop Playground. This is a new thing. It's in early access right now. It does seem to run pretty well, and it does have a lot of good features. This one, though, I'm not so sure what's going on with these bags. I'm not liking these bags. I mean, I like them kind of, but I don't like these bags entirely. So I'm kind of leery about this. The fact you can the Container Explorer is making me leery. Let's move on to the next thing, though, because that's maybe they'll fix it. Hopefully they will, because that's I think that's probably not intended. I'm going to assume that's not intended. Because I feel like the tutorial would also mention, like, by the way, this will move the container too, but don't worry about it, or something like that. Because it just wants me to do it. That was actually me following the tutorial doing that. Alright, counters. Multi-state objects. You can change your state to alter their appearance. Several ways to change the state of an object. Either select objects and press R. Switch to the next state. Okay. Control R for the previous state. Press the number key to switch directly to the state. Oh, it works. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not really sure how to do. Nope. Yeah. All right. Quick succession. Yeah, it has to be pretty quick. Let's see. Press the letters says 9. Note the round counter only states 0 to 9. Right click selects previous state next to a random state. Context menu where click the minor state. Properties. Oh, once we go to properties for once. Yep. States. Single cards work like... Okay, now we're on the cards. Single cards work like regular objects, but you can flip cards using F. Okay. Can't shuffle that way. Sad. Can shuffle with R, though. King. Queen. 9. Queen. That's okay, but that's just a 2 pair. It's not very good. Let's see. While holding cards, you can also flip by pressing middle mouse button. Okay. Do I have a hand or something? No, it's not there anyways. So card stacks work like containers. Click and drag, take the top card, click and hold, take the entire stack. Yep. Shuffle card deck, press R, right click, shuffle. I assume I can. Select all cards in the deck, right click, select Stack Explorer. Ooh, let's try this. As with the Container Explorer, you can reorder or take cards. Okay, so if I take out the fucking Queen of Spades, is it going to drag the deck with it? No. Okay, that more indicates that the Container Explorer has a glitch going on. Perhaps from a recent patch or something. I don't think the container was supposed to drag with it. Because here we could take out a card, and it doesn't freak out and take the whole deck with it. So, you know... Yeah, so it looks like... It would look like that container is just glitched right now. Hopefully they fix that soon. Okay. Here are some card holders. Yay! They contain hands of cards. Yay! Card holders that belong to the player indicate by the border and the player's color. Green, blue, white. I guess I'm blue. Do I have good cards? Players cannot see which cards other players have in their holders or what cards they are currently holding with their cursor. Wait, what? So what's up with this? Why do we have smoky cards? What? Alright, let's see. I'm confused by the players cannot see which cards other players have in their holders because I totally could see this guy's 10. And I'm not sure what that means. But I can't see these cards. Oh. So I guess maybe white means just like a neutral, like it's not owned by anybody, and that's why I can see these cards. These are smoky, so this indicates to me that green has 2 cards face up and 2 cards face down, but I can't see the face up ones, even though they're face up. I just know that he's looking at them, but I don't know what his cards are. That's why they are smoky. If green was here, my whole thing would be smoky because they're all face up. Also, god damn it, if only we... Wait, no, actually, we have a good hand here. Almost. We almost have a good hand here. We just fucking, like... Actually, no, we do have a good hand here. We have a flush. Is that a flush? Is that what a 9-10 Jack King Queen is? Is that a flush? Can't remember. Alright. To put a card on the holder, simply drop it straight. No, I'm not. Simply drop it in the right desired position. By default, you can take cards from holders owned by you or from holders with owners. Okay, okay. I can take as many as I want. Flush is same suit. Right, right. And Royal Flush requires 9-10 Jack King Queen, right? The normal flush is any combination of you know, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be fine. Oh, Royal Flush has to have the ace, yeah. All right, let's see. To quickly draw multiple cards in your hand, you can press the number key while highlighting this card stack. Really? So, like, if I want the queen, I press 3, or highlighting a card stack. Oh. Oh, yeah, like if I want 3 cards. If I want, like, 9 cards! Okay, I get it. That's actually a pretty good feature. Flip cards and holders by pressing F, rotating by using Q or E. Rotate. Whee. I don't understand the point of that, considering cards are generally... Well, okay, if you have cards that aren't, like, normal playing cards, those might be cards that could actually be upside down. That's fair. You can also set a card holder to be in your hand using the right-click menu. Really? It's like if I right-click this and set his hand. Now that's my hand. Or like set his... I can't do that with other persons. That's good. You can also drag cards directly from your hand onto the table or from the table onto your hand. Okay. That's pretty good. Pretty good hybrid feature how this works. I'm down for it. Yeah. It's pretty... I think that's slightly better than what TTS does. I haven't messed with cards that much in TTS. But this seems a little bit better. You can turn cards in certain directions, satisfy signals. That's true. That's true. Like turn a card sideways indicate it's like tapped or something in some games. Yeah, I get you. All right, you now know everything you need to play most games. If you want to learn how to add and manipulate objects, have a look at the advanced tutorial. Well, let's look at the advanced tutorial. Learn about cursor modes and how to create and modify objects. Ah, yes, cursor modes. Because one thing I was going to say, I kind of prefer the little finger and hand from TTS a little bit better for our cursor. So if we can change cursors, then that's great. Press M to enter measure mode. Oh, okay. See, I don't mind the crosshair, but it's a little more chunky. It's a little harder to tell what I'm clicking. A little bit harder. I guess it's anything in the circle from the looks of it, though. If I have just a little bit of my cursor touching that die, I can pick it up. So, but it's a little chunky. I prefer like pointy arrow, you know, like a normal mouse pointer or the hand from TTS. I prefer pointy points, not weird circle thing like this is, but whatever. It's not a huge deal. Obviously, I can use it. That's a creepy Joker. That's a creepy Joker card. I don't like that Joker. Anyways, press M to enter measure mode. You can now measure distances with your cursor. Yay! By clicking and dragging. Okay, how far apart are these two objects? 5.9 inches or so. That's very interesting. Press M again to turn to regular mode. Okay. Be kind of as if the measure mode had a different cursor, so you knew you were in measure mode. I get, granted, it has the inches thing above it, so I guess that does indicate it. Tapping. So if my butt was on a card, you could tap that ass. Got it. Measure most for D&D, half-fire, pen of paper. Yeah, like, not only for distance measuring, but also, like, hey, does this have line of sight on this? Like, you know, it's like you got, like, hey, is this object able to shoot this object? Well, we don't know. Let's measure. Okay, the middle of that, and the middle of that. Oh, yep, it's not crossing the corner. It's fine. They have line of sight. Like, stuff like that would be useful for D&D. Okay, by pressing X or Control M, you can turn measure and move mode. When you move an object in measure move mode, you will measure how far you are moving the object. Ah. Interesting. 25.4 inches away. Also useful for D&D. I assume Control Z. That must be the first person camera, apparently. I was hoping that there was an undo. I actually wonder if there is an undo. I assume there would be an undo. Control Z was not it, though. Control Z changes your camera type. Ew, inches. Hold on. Wait. Huh. Oh, I totally figured somewhere in the settings there would be an option to switch to metric. But it does not look like there's an option to switch to metric. Yet. Is it an early access? However, I do find it a little bit perplexing that isn't there. This system is the system is specialized to be able to run on miniature war games. Do they always use inches? Is metric system not a thing for that? I'm just kind of curious, actually. Well, I think we know where this game was developed now. Definitely America, right? So this game wants to make Games Workshop take a huge hit. Games Workshop? Well, they're not behind TTS or any other virtual tabletop game from what I know. What do you mean take a... Oh, because they won't sell... I get what you mean. Because a virtual form of something means that people don't need to buy the physical form of something. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I know that's the goal, but... So anyways, that's cool, though. I like the measuring thing. It'd be nice if you could turn to... It would be nice if there was a, you know, a metric system option here. I mean, I understand inches better because I'm a terrible person, but I definitely think metric is definitely more accurate. So for a game... Metric would probably be better for measuring. Kind of weird that it's in inches. I assume it's, given that this is early access, though, I assume that give it a little while, there'll be a metric option. I grew up in a terrible country. It's not my fault. I honestly wouldn't mind knowing the metric system. I'm trying to learn it, slowly but surely. Things like that and Celsius. Celsius is weird still in my book. I still think I like the metric system because it has larger numbers and they round better, so it's more accurate than inches and shit. But on the flip side, I think Celsius is less accurate than Fahrenheit because Fahrenheit has more of a range to it as well. Granted, Fahrenheit doesn't make a lot of sense. I'll give you that. But I just like it when there's more like larger variance of numbers between temperatures equals easier to pinpoint. I feel. Celsius is harder to pinpoint because there's less variance between this degree and that degree compared to Fahrenheit. More accurate is false, more consistent is better. Yeah, I just the problem I have with Celsius is that a 1 degree change of Celsius is a hell of a lot more of a change in Fahrenheit. But it also depends on where it changed, depending on, you know, was it near freezing, was it near room temperature, kind of varies. But here's the thing I do like about, like, I mean, I do like, okay, Celsius, freezing is at 0, right? That's pretty logical. I like that. But, like, I just think that it's maybe it moves a little slow for each degree, having too much weight. But that's just my opinion. Basically, I'm the sort of guy that's like, okay, well, give me the decimal point values, too, because I want to know the exact amount, you know? Like, I'm the guy who likes bigger numbers for things. It generally gives me more information. You can't notice a change of 1 Fahrenheit. Well, yeah, but that's the point. I don't notice the change, but if there's a creeping change, like the temperature is slowly changed, like one day it's 69 Fahrenheit, the next day it's 70 Fahrenheit. In Celsius, it wouldn't look any different. It'd be the same degree. So you wouldn't know, in Celsius, you wouldn't know that between Tuesday and Wednesday, it's getting slightly warmer. So, like, you would notice there's an upward incline of temperature in Fahrenheit, but you wouldn't notice that in Celsius. In Celsius, you'd be like, oh, it's just staying the same temperature. But in fact, it is changing, and that might be important. That subtle change might be important for, like, forecasting and, like, planning your week out or something, you know? But I digress. I don't care. Well, I do. Maybe you don't care. But I do. Because it lets you plan what the weather's doing later on down the line. I'm glad you don't care, though, on golf. I'm glad you don't care. All right, moving on. So it looks like whenever you do measurements, all the players can see it. That's very logical. Some objects, like game boards, are usually not moved during a game. Often, other objects are placed on top of them. In Tabletop Playground, these objects are called ground objects. When the ground objects are at rest, they stay locked in place. To interact with ground objects, you need to switch to ground mode by pressing G. Ground mode. Well, in ground mode, you cannot interact with regular objects. Fair enough. Okay. So I assume, yeah, I assume that when I hit the L button to lock things, which I'm just going to do with some random objects now, Yeah, so if an object is locked with L, I can't interact with it whatsoever unless I hit L again. But if I switch to ground mode is an inverse mode. Anything that you can normally interact with now cannot be interacted with. And anything you normally can't interact with now can be interacted with. Except for this die, which apparently is still locked. I don't... What? Hold on. Yeah, you can switch select the hell object to ground mode and immediately lock them in place for pressing L. That's cool. I like the two-state idea. That's a good idea. This die here, though, I don't know what I did to it. I actually have no idea. Locking this die has made it inaccessible in normal mode. If I switch to ground mode, it's... Oh, it is accessible. It just doesn't highlight for some reason. Okay, never mind. Oh, it does highlight, just really... Okay, so here's the thing. This cursor design is starting to bother me now. Because if I look at a side view, I understand it does have a point. I was noticing this. So you can see... From a side view, it makes it more obvious that there is a point on the object, on my cursor, that is. So it kind of makes sense that I need to center it to grab the die. But, like, if I have the view like this, and I'm like, okay, I want to select the die. I'm not selecting it. I'm not selecting it. I'm not selecting it. I'm selecting it. So I don't like this cursor. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not a big fan of this cursor style. A cone is useful, but if you're doing an overhead view, it's kind of like you can't see where the tip is pointing. You can't see where you're looking. So I much prefer the hand style of TTS or just a normal mouse cursor or anything with a... Basically, don't have your point facing the table. Have it face to the side so you can actually see it at most angles. You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm saying. Also, I'm a guy who likes to zoom out a lot, so I really have trouble telling if I'm selecting something at that point. There's a few other ways to tell, but dice don't highlight quite as obviously. At least the white dice don't, so a little harder to tell. I think a different cursor design would be nice. I don't know if that's an option. Let's take a look, actually. Interface, push talk, show. Yeah, again, early access. So I bet this settings video will get more robust later, of like more like features like metric system. But as it stands, I think there's somebody screaming outside. It's fine. For those unaware, like YouTube, my window's up because it's summer. Fucking... And also, I can't run a fan in here while streaming. It just makes a lot of noise. So I'm choosing the lesser of two evils and opening my window. I think there's some kids playing out in the neighborhood, and that's what might be heard in the background. Whatever. No big deal. Charm. On golf, as someone who from food industry, 1 degree change in F is noticeable. Oh, that's a good example too. Hey, listen, if you measure something in Fahrenheit, and it's like food, like food's a fucking serious business, yo. If you got a buffet and the food temperature lowers just a little bit, it can make the food unpalatable and unsafe to eat. In Celsius, it's much harder to tell, but in Fahrenheit, you can very easily notice if something is dropping, and that's something you want to keep an eye on. Because like in the food industry in particular, my preference of Fahrenheit makes a lot of sense. Temperature is exceptionally important, so yes, you want to know every little change. I still think it's useful for weather too, but the food industry makes way more sense. Yeah, I'm not defending the fucking imperial measurement system, but I will defend Fahrenheit. I will defend the imperial measuring system. I don't fucking know what the fuck's up with the measuring system in America. It doesn't make goddamn any sense. But I do like Fahrenheit. I just also don't have a noticeable migraine right now. That's a strange plus versus TTS. That is interesting, Essler. So Essler gets migraines whenever he watches somebody play TTS. He can play TTS just fine, but when he watches somebody else play it, it tends to make him feel unwell. So it's very interesting for him to say that this is not making him sick. I wonder why this isn't making you sick. Perhaps it's something about maybe there's a subtle field of view difference? The movement seems about the same, I would say. So it must be a field of view? I'm going to assume it's field of view. Time-sensitive joke. Anyways, let's see here. What else have we learned? Sorry, I'm derailing a little bit, but these are good. These are important conversations. Select switches are relevant. Yeah, so I learned how to mess with this. I like the ground mode feature. It's a good idea. Basically, have two different layers essentially for interaction, and you can move all objects on a table between layer 1 and layer 2. If you're on layer 2, you can only interact with layer 1, 2 objects. If you're on layer 1, you can only interact with layer 1 objects, and you can switch them between. That's basically what ground and normal mode are. So essentially, when you're locking something in TTS, it's just locked, and you have to unlock it to really mess with it. But when you lock something in Tabletop Playground, it goes to the other layer, and you have to switch that layer if you want to mess with it, or switch it again. It's more functional that way. I do like that. What the hell is Kelvin? Does Kelvin move quickly? Like, what's the degree variance on Kelvin compared to Celsius and Fahrenheit? I don't know nothing about Kelvin. So let's see. You can also change your cursor mode in the player options. So open them, right click on. Please. Oh, really? Wait a minute. Is this perhaps? No. Okay. That's not gonna. Player color. I want to make me purple. Yeah, that's it. It's more like dark blue purple, but okay. So I can change my color. I can change. Oh yeah, first person. What is this like? Camera rotates around yourself instead of fixed. Let's test this out. Let me just. Oh yeah, yeah. This TTS is a first-person mode too, and I find it fucking weird. Yeah, this is how it works. Yep. Let me go back to something that makes sense to my brain. Have a look at options. Try to choose your player color. Notice how you won't be able to see which cards are in the holder because they're not the owner anymore. I'm not fucking blue. I'm fucking purple. I still guess purple color could be a little purpler. Kelvin is Celsius plus 273. Why? I don't really understand what the purpose of that is. Camera view. Stored camera view. Really? I guess you could you can save a camera view somehow. Huh. And then you can load it any time. Up to 8 of them, looks like. That could be useful. Session options. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's right here. Here it is. Ta-da! We just had to hunt for it. Look. Everybody could be happy now. Look, it's millimeters. It's almost the devil's numbers in millimeters. It's very close. These are the devil's distance apart. Alright, good to know. So you can do millimeters, centimeters, and inches. Well, that's fine. That seems pretty reasonable. Come on. There we go. So yeah, I have to go to session. What else is in here? Leftover objects, always snap, block physics, always snap. So snap points are probably saying I bet there's a way to turn on a grid. I don't know how though. Though I am disappointed that I still don't see any way to change my cursor. I'll be happy when I'm inside a 7-footer. You mean a sandwich? You want to be eaten? This will probably be arranged. Alright, so what else? If you want to duplicate existing objects, you can use copy paste. Copy an object to the clipboard, highlight, press Control C. Can I just like measure mode? Like boop boop. That was easy. The usual Control C, Control V when highlighting works just fine. Of course, you could probably highlight everything and then just like boop 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 boop. The real estate marker really sprouted heavily in this table. Fun fact. Where are these very simple house objects from? What board game do they come from? Fun fact. I'm sure some of you will maybe be like, I know immediately, but some of you will probably be like, I don't know board games. There you go. There you go. Monopoly. They are the wrong color, though. Can we change their color? They're normally red, I think. Or only hotels red. Oh. Hotels are the green ones. I knew it. Oh, actually, is it the other way around? Fucking I don't remember. Hotels are red, houses are green. Okay, never mind. Let me fix that. There. There you go. You know what I want to set up now? I'm going to set something up. It's going to be a reference. I'm going to see if anybody can get the reference, right? Let me see if any of you get this reference. Oh, Josh, what were the colors, though? I think they were... Good enough. So let's see who's savvy here. I think these were what color was it? I want to just say white. They could have been like, it could have been red actually. I can't quite remember, so let's do red. Is a reference that I myself forgot. Wait, hold on. Did they did not provide character pieces on this one. They provided character pieces. I put one to the right of these pieces for an extra hint. Let me just say that this is a view, especially at this angle. This is a view that you would see in this. You have no idea? It's not. I'm not referencing a board game. In fact, I'm referencing Paperboy. The black houses were the people you don't deliver papers to. You want to throw papers into their windows. They're the evil people that aren't your customers, so they're evil. You never heard of Paperboy? But you want to make sure to throw the papers at the doors or the mailboxes of the customers. But hey, if you do a good job, some of the evil people will subscribe to you, probably because they don't want their windows broken anymore. Alright, let's see here. Deleted object, highlight, press deleter backspace, or right click to choose delete. Choose delete all select object. I don't remember what were the fucking house colors for Paperboy though? Hold on. I'm gonna look this up real fast. Oh, Geo, hey there, dude. I'm gonna look this up. I think I'm right. I think they were red. No, wait. Maybe red were the bad guys in some versions and black were the bad guys in some other versions. Oh man, I can't. No, black was definitely like in some of them. Black was definitely evil one. Though red may have been evil in the NES version. I can't quite remember. I'm looking it up. Okay, in the NES version, they were the red and black were the houses were red with like black doors. The evil ones, and the good houses were okay. So it would actually be more like this. The good houses would be more like, oh gosh, kind of a they were like that. Actually, probably more milky. Like they were just like a nice chill color like that. So, basically the default color, essentially. Yeah, so they were kind of a teal blue sort of thing, kind of a milky blue, kind of milky teal beige blue. Colors are hard. Hi, Geo. We're doing pretty good. Thanks for the raid, yo. And how's everybody doing? We're doing a Howler for an hour. We're reviewing games. So this is Tabletop Playground we're playing right now. It seems it's in early access. Seems pretty functional, actually. Seems pretty cool. It's obviously going up against Tabletop Simulator. And we're just kind of messing around with the tutorials, kind of learning how things work. And honestly, it more or less plays like DTS, but with a few new features that actually are pretty good. I found one glitch, but it's early access, so. Counter Raid. Revenge! You can modify the appearance of most objects. Right-click on object to choose appearance. I just learned that. I'm smart. We can make the evil red cube of red if we want. For some objects, you modify a primary and secondary color. Try making a chessboard of blue and pink squares. Why? Okay. Sure. How does this work? Ah. Try making a chessboard of blue and pink squares, because that really looks nice, apparently. That's trippy, yo. Why not? Now let's make a Shadow's chessboard. Much better. Shadow's chessboard. Let's change other properties of objects by choosing properties of the object menu. Properties you can modify depending on the type of objects. Try making a sliding cube by reducing its friction. Friction? Cube? Oh yeah, I'm in ground mode. Sliding cube by messing with friction. Well, it's early as sliding. We all know where the faded pieces go. Yes, they get eaten. This is precisely correct. Best way to get them off the table. I think it's pretty great, but sometimes it's gonna be finding the best camera angles. You can make presets, but sometimes pretty easy zoom in. The main thing I like about Playground so far, yeah, the camera's basically the same in this. There's a lot of stuff that's basically the same. The thing is, like, locking objects in this works a little differently than TTS, because it kind of just puts it to a second layer called the ground layer, and then you can switch to the ground mode and mess with that. Mess with anything that you put on the other layer, essentially. So basically, you just have two layers you can bounce between, which works. Also, I disagree with this, by the way. This cube is at 0, friction, and yet it still stops. If it's truly at 0, oh yeah, this one breakthrough feature of Tabletop Playground is, unlike Tabletop Simulator, it actually has a floor. Which is kind of weird, because you think you could, well, you can kind of technically add a floor to Tabletop Simulator if you just create a big plate and put it under the table. But this just kind of has a floor. Where did it go? Yeah, that's not 0, friction. If it was 0, friction, never stopped. False advertising. By choosing coordinates of the object menu, you can precisely adjust the rotation, blah, 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 blah. In the object menu? Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, right here. Ah. Boop. Now I have a big cube. Maybe it's 0.0001. It probably is. Because true no friction probably wouldn't. Well, actually, no. I think a truly frictionless object could be fun as a thing to have. So they should do that. It's Tabletop Simulator, not Floor Simulator. But yeah, you drop things. But look, in any good you know, board tabletop game, you will drop side of the floor at some point, and that needs to be a mechanic. Slide away, you! Off it goes. Alright, what's next? If you want to add new objects, right-click on an empty spot, select Object Library. Oh, let's take a look at the Object Library. What have we got? Got General, counters, they go up to 100, cubes and stuff, and a little guy, another little guy. A meatball? Isn't that the official name of a piece from some particular board game I'm forgetting? What is this? This is from something. What is it from? That's a sphere. Whee. Rolly roll. Like a cheating moth, where throwing your cards on the floor is a mechanic. I've never heard of this game. Also, why was Beerus not the one to tell me about this, and you did instead? Stone block, stone white. Oh, stone black, stone white. Oh yeah. Token black, token red, token white. Triangular prism. I'm not sure why it's not with the other shapes, but okay. Game boards. We got Backgammon Chess. Go. 9 Men's Morris. I don't know how to play these last two. You never knew about it? It's been mentioned many times. No, I know you're a cheating moth, but I've not heard of the game Cheating Moth. Phrasing, devs. What phrasing for what? Meeple, a small person-shaped figure uses a player's token in the board game. Is that just a general word? I thought it was specific for something. Scroll up. Token black. I didn't think of it that way. But I get what you mean now. Don't forget about... Yeah, token... Also, red's brown. Come on. That's horrible. A lot of movies did that though, which is like, hey, for diversity, just throw this character in here. We'll look really progressive. Just token this character. That's basically what that reference means for anybody that doesn't get it. Basically, when a piece of media adds something of color so that they look like all progressive and modern and accepting, and that person literally doesn't serve any real purpose in that piece of media, they're just there for that purpose. It's honestly ends up being more insulting than if they weren't added in the first place. Essentially. Because they're literally just there to make the company look good. So we got your chess pieces. Yep. Made a table for Cheating Moth about the same time we made. Yeah, I still need to figure out about. About implementing that one ultimate latex board of yours. We should really talk about that at some point. Card holder large, a bigger one. That's good. That's very good. How many cards does this hold? Every card. All the cards. It ran off cards. Apparently that's its limit. Also, there is a random card I can pick up now. So there's a limit to these card holders. Which is fair. I suppose. Let's see. What else can we do? Add all objects from active actions. Click the drag an object. Click it if you want to add. Create multiple. Left click, right click, stop creating copies. String an object, or click it if you want to create multiple objects. There'd be much plunder here. R. As well as you can add additional active packages to the game if all players have the package installed. Once activated, everyone can create objects from the package. Oh, okay. Everyone can. Huh. That's kind of useful. But everybody has to have it installed, which... I wonder if one player can have the package and then the other players can download off of them. I hope that's the case, because otherwise it might be a little awkward to coordinate. Also save your own items to library. Like click on an object or select a group of objects. Select store in library. Right there. And then when you choose whether you want to store your objects, they'll be available in any game under stored objects. Okay. Fair enough. As well as you can add additional packages to the game. Add packages. Available? There doesn't seem to be available right now. Alright. Because I need to download them. I'll have to check on that. The game state is automatically saved once per minute when you restart a new turn. You can also save manually by pressing right click to choose save state. I cannot do that here. As well as you can load a save state by choosing load state. Save and loading is the table in the tutorial. That's fair. I wonder if this is Steam Workshop support. I'll check in a minute. As well as the game, you can change options to affect all players. Right click on an empty spot and choose session options. Yep. You can kick players. Get out of here, me. Okay, I kicked myself. Okay. Includes advanced tutorial. Look at me. Aren't I a savant? Well, let's look at the editor. New package. So okay, I think this is a good time to actually pop over. Let me look at Tabletop Playground on Steam, and let me see what it has going on for workshop support. I'll go to the Community Hub and take a look from there. I don't see a workshop page. I don't think it does. But let me go to the Community Hub and check something. I think it has mod.io support. Mod.io? I have never... But platform agnostic. It's like Steam Workshop, but platform... Isn't agnostic like you're not part of a religion? So it's not a religion... It's like the Steam Workshop, except for it's not religious. Okay. Yeah, there's no Steam Workshop for this. Can confirm. Tell me more about this mod.io thing I've never heard about before. Here, let me look it up. Mod.io. Okay, found it. I've never been here before. Okay, if you go to the mod.io page, and I'll just, you know, I'll add this to the review. Also, we hit the timer. If we go over here, just real fast, it does appear that as stated, it does appear to have some activity. Looks like there are some games here. Fair enough. A good little start. Formula D. Fair enough. Oh yeah, this game. If I recall, this is actually pretty fun. Subscribe to install. Okay. Subscribe how? Only members can subscribe. Look on how to subscribe to your favorite mods. So, download and install. Subscribe to install? I don't know how this works. Does this actually have some sort of integration with Steam where it can just do a download for you or something? Interesting. Well, it'd be nice if it had workshop support, but this works for now, I suppose. Animal World War. What? What? Okay. Agnostic, not knowing, don't know. Oh, fair enough. Animal Empire. There seems to be a lot of animal games. This is not a complaint. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to figure this out right now because what the hell is going on? I don't really understand this. Dragon. I don't really understand this installation method. Why stock market? Oh, I get it. But that's good that it has support, even if it's not workshop support. Let's try something. I assume some people playing are probably playing off of stuff from that IO page, right? One can assume. Okay, there's only a few people playing, and I have no idea what they're doing. Does it have root bad games 0 out of 10? Okay. Let me just go randomly bother Piggy King and see what he's up to. Yeah, I might immediately get kicked doing this, but I just want to test the net play. Hello. I bet you didn't expect somebody else to show up. What are you doing? Playing pink, purple, and burgundy chess. Or it's checkers. Interesting. Oh, hello there. Wait, how do we voice chat? I forgot about the voice chat. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, I'm actually a streamer just reviewing the game. I just wanted to pop into a random server because you were one of two people running one, so I just wanted to see how the net play was. You are playing very colorful checkers.
Hey, I can barely hear you. I'm not sure if it's the game or if it's you.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's me. I always have weird things happen with mic-based setups and like integrated setups with mics in games. But I could just speak up a bit. Basically, I'm actually a streamer, and I'm just trying to check out the net play for this game. So I figured I'd just hop in a random server. That's why I'm here.
Oh, sure thing.
So, how long have you played this game?
I literally just got this, so I'm
Yeah, same here. I just went through the tutorials. That's all I did.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did like 10 minutes ago. Then I'm just playing checkers by myself.
Ah, that's fair. Don't mean to bother you or anything. Just wanted to test that net play.
Alright, that's fine.
It does seem pretty good so far, though. I assume most people playing this probably have also used Tabletop Simulator. I assume you're the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Seems to have some things over at TTS.
Yeah, I read the reviews on this, and apparently it's just a better version of TTS.
Yeah, in a lot of ways I agree. I guess the only real problem it has is that it doesn't have as many custom games right now, being that it's new. But
yeah, that'll get better though.
Yeah, I could definitely see this growing. This seems pretty solid. All right, I'm going to go ahead, back out. Nice to have a little chat with somebody else playing the game, though. Sorry if you guys couldn't hear him that well. But it does seem like the net play was pretty solid. If you noticed during that, we could see his cursor moving around very smoothly. So we don't see any real glitches in the net play. That's good. That's good. It does seem that this game is rather new. I got a key for it a little while ago, but as usual with a lot of keys I get, they tend to be given to me before the game's actually released. I think this game released... Let's check. This game released... May 15th. Yeah, so it's been out for about a week. Actually, exactly a week, so... I think that this might actually be a pretty solid platform. I still like TTS, but admittedly, it's been causing me a bit of grief here. There, as you guys know, during our poker roll streams, I've been having a few issues with this. I do have to say, this is running smoother. Granted, I don't know what it would do with a busier table. It would be nice to have a really busy table, but I could try loading one of the other things for this IO site, mod IO site, but well, we've hit our hour. And honestly, I think we've taken a pretty good look at this and gotten a good idea of how this is, the framework of this. We've gotten a good view of the framework of this, and I think that's the most important thing. I could definitely see this growing. I'd say keep an eye on this. Maybe a little lacking content right now, but definitely keep an eye on this. Let's see how it goes. It has been updating constantly, so you know we found one glitch with the containers, but I'm sure that'll get patched out. Besides that, I'm just kind of curious where this will go. Yeah. Let's see if it's let's see how it holds up to TTS with a few more updates, a little more progress. I think this will remain in early access for a while. It just 5.15 out now in early access. The price is currently, what is it, $15 now? I think it's $15, which is pretty solid. It's pretty good. Nothing too bad there. I think it's $15. Yeah, $15. That's pretty reasonable. If I recall correctly, TTS is more expensive. Yes, it is $20. So that's a fair opening price, I guess. If it stays there. If it goes up more, it'll have to really match up perfectly to TTS to go $20, I'd say. But yeah. Let's see how long this is supposed to be in early access. We expect our early access period to run about 6 months, with regular updates and new features added regularly throughout that time. We plan to continue support for the game following its full release too, of course, with features and content. Our early access period will be for adding features we consider integral for the core experience of Tabletop Playground. We'll be releasing a development roadmap for early access soon on Steam. Okay, so basically this game plans to be in early access for about half a year, and then moving out of that. It already has, for those that care, it already has VR support as well. So... definitely curious where this will go. I bet it'll get workshop support in due time. Maybe there's a clause or something where early access games can't immediately get the workshop support. I don't know, but I'm sure it'll get it. It would make no sense if it stayed without workshop support, so I'm sure it'll get it. But yeah, that was Tabletop Playground. Actually, a pretty solid experience. I'm quite pleased actually to see that something trying to obviously measure up and something that can be easily compared to something else is doing pretty competently. I'd like to see where this goes. It might end up being a smoother running version of TTS essentially. Once it gets more content and more features. Not bad.